Hi, good morning. This is Storytime for Growing Beans with Miss Allison. That's me, and I'm at the Pinson Public Library. So we are going to share a story and some activities together today, and I'm so glad that you could be with me. So our theme for today's story time is grandparents. So it's going to be Grandparents' Day in a couple of days. So I thought we would talk a little bit about grandparents. So your grandmother and your grandfather, you might call them something different. Let's see, there's Nana and Papa and Lolly and Mama and Peepaw and Pop or Pops and Nona even and Gigi. Gosh, there's so many different things that you might call your grandmother or your grandfather. What do you call your grandfather? Pretty cool. How about your grandmother? What do you call her? Awesome. So do you know how you are related to your grandparents? So your grandmother is either the mother of your dad or the mother of your mom. And then your grandfather is the father of your mom or the father of your dad, right? So that's how we're all related. So I hope you get a chance to celebrate, whether it's online or over the phone or waving through a window with your grandparents for Grandparents' Day. But let's go ahead and read a book together. You ready? I'm ready. So this book is called I Love Grandpa, and it is by Lizi Boyd. Sometimes I spend the whole day with Grandpa. Grandpa always says, when we finish the chores, we'll have an adventure. I sit on Grandpa's lap while we mow the lawn. Grandpa hums a song, and I hum too. Birds sometimes build their nest in Grandpa's barn, so he leaves the door open to let them fly in and out. I hop down and Grandpa puts the tractor inside. I help Grandpa tidy up the tools. I put the small ones in a big bucket. Grandpa hangs up the shovels and the rakes. Spending lots of time together, right? Doing important things like mowing the grass and putting their tools away. Now, one last thing. Let's go to work on the stone wall, says Grandpa. We'll take the path up by the pond. Do you know how to make grass whistle? Asked Grandpa. He holds a wide piece of grass between his thumbs and he blows. Grandpa, that's a screech. Oh, it's loud. But let me try. If you could blow on grass and make a sound, what kind of sound do you think it would make? Grandpa says it's a whistle, but the grandchild says, oh, it's like a loud screech. Ooh, what do you think? You make the sound. Well, how do you think it sounds? Whoa, that's pretty cool. Grandpa and I pick up each stone so it fits perfectly. Maybe you can help me find a little flat rock for right here, says Grandpa. They're working together to build the wall, the rock wall, maybe in their field, I guess. We always go to Green's Diner for lunch. Grandpa orders a grilled cheese sandwich, and I do too. Afterward, we walk down to the docks. Are you ready for our adventure? Asked Grandpa. So they went down to the docks. The docks is a place where you keep your boat, and they're going to get in the boat. Where do you think they're going on an adventure? Any ideas? Could be. Let's find out. I sit on Grandpa's lap and hold the oars. I can feel the wind tugging at the boat. Rowing is hard, but it's also fun. Grandpa and I row to a little island to explore. Can you pretend like you're rowing oars on a boat? Let me just put this right here really quick. Hopefully I won't lose my place. There we go. So you hold your hands in front of you like this, and it's almost like you're making a circle with them. You're rowing, right? Can you row? Can you do it together? Like you're rowing a boat? Awesome. So they are rowing to a little island. We love to bury treasure. I find a tiny gray pebble with a black stripe. I dig the hole and Grandpa fills it in. Then Grandpa and I build an elf house. Maybe the elves will find this little house, says Grandpa, and the treasure too. So they're hiding rocks, burying treasure, and building little houses for fairies and elves. Using their imagination, right? Now let's write a note to the birds, says Grandpa. He finds a stick and writes in the sand. On the way home, the birds fly around us. Grandpa, did they read your note? Grandpa winks and he smiles at me. Grandpa loves to make up stories. I like his slow, deep voice. He tells me a story about a boy and his grandpa who go exploring on a tiny island. Grandpa, it's about us. And Grandpa says, we make good stories together. All of their adventures make good stories, don't they? Grandpa carries me out to the barn. It's quiet except for tiny peeping sounds. Grandpa holds me up to see a nest of baby birds. Another good day, says Grandpa. I love you. I love you too, Grandpa. The end. So Grandpa and his grandchild, that's you, you're the child of the grandparent, right? So this grandchild and this grandpa, what are some of the things they did together in the book? They did all kinds of things together, spent lots of time, went on some adventures. Can you remember? Let's see, they mowed the grass, and they put up their tools, and they helped with the rock wall. Can you remember anything else? They ate at the diner and they ate a grilled cheese sandwich. And they got in a boat. And where did they go in the boat? They rowed, remember? They rowed their boat. Where did they go? To the little island, right? What are some of the things they did on the little island? They buried treasure. They built little houses. They wrote a note to the birds. They had all kinds of fun adventures, didn't they? So those are some of the things that you could do with your grandpa or your grandma or your grandmother or your grandfather. You can go on little adventures together, even if it's just staying at home together, right, and doing things. You can find all kinds of fun things to do together. All right, so we talked about some fun things that you might do with your grandpa or your grandma, or your grandfather, or your grandmother in our book earlier. So what are some other fun things that you like to do with your grandparents? Pretty cool. Do you like to bake? Do you have a grandparent who likes to bake, like your grandma or your grandpa? Do you like to bake? Do you like to cook food, like sweet desserts and things? What do you like to bake? Cakes, pies, donuts? How about cookies? Do you like to bake cookies? Do you like to eat cookies? Yeah. All right, so we have some cookies here, and I need your help to count them. Will you help me count them today? Awesome. Let's get started. So Grandma made 6 cookies and she placed them on a tray. So let's count them together just to make sure that Grandma counted all of her cookies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's right, there are 6 cookies on the tray. The first cookie said, I bet I'm really good, and it rolled away. How many cookies are left? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 cookies left. The second cookie said, I'd like some milk if I could, and it rolled away. How many cookies are left? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see. The third cookie said, I'm going to be great, and it rolled away. How many cookies are left? Let's count them. 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 cookies left. The fourth cookie said, oh, I hope we're not too late. And it rolled away. How many cookies are left? Let's count them. 1, 2. There are 2 cookies left on Grandma's tray. The fifth cookie said, oh, it's getting hot in here. And it rolled away. How many cookies are left? 1. There's 1 cookie left. The sixth cookie said, the time is almost near, and it rolled away. Then ding went the bell, and out came the tray, and the 6 yummy cookies were gobbled up right away. Let's bring our 6 cookies back out here so we can look at them and think about gobbling them up, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Thank you so much for helping me count the cookies. Great job. So that is all that I have for you guys today. If you look behind me, I have some books on display. These are all books that you can pick up during our curbside service. I will have links to those where you can find them. Also, there is a link on our webpage at pinsonlibrary.com/storytime. That will be posted somewhere, where you can find activities that go along and crafts that go along with today's Storytime theme. Be sure to tell your grandparents Happy Grandparents' Day. And you know what? Tell them I said hi. Tell them Miss Allison says hi. So thank you all for watching today. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and you're washing your hands. I miss you all a whole lot, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.